Blue Jays on a cold, chilly night take it to the Deer Creek Antlers as they win by a final score of 35-0 to improve their record to 10-1 and get set for the Booker T. Washington Hornets in a showcase next Saturday night. Thanks for joining us here on Guthrie Sports Page Television. Chris LeGrande, I'm Chris Evans. Coach, the Blue Jays jumped out quick, took advantage of Deer Creek, and really just kind of sit on cruise control here tonight.
Yeah, I think a very key point early in this football game was the fact that the Blue Jays were able to get on the board, set it up by their defensive performance, and basically it ended up being a blocked punt. Blue Jays were able to take over deep in Deer Creek territory and was able to actually cash it in. And from there, I think, like you said, they put it in cruise control, was able to get out, and they performed very well. They scored early, they scored often, and basically cruised on the rest of the game.
Blue Jays jumped out to a 7-0 lead, thanks in part to a 13-yard touchdown pass from Keaton Cowens to Dante Foster, and that combo never gets tired, Coach.
No, it doesn't. And, we've seen this time and time again, especially this football season, but over their entire careers from the time they started playing together in middle school all the way up into high school. But I tell you what, anytime Dante Foster's on the field and Keaton Cowens is behind center, look out, because magic is going to happen.
And probably the biggest point in the game, Coach, is Skylar Smith, Control Brothers, putting havoc on the punter, block the punt. Blue Jays get in tremendous field position, and then again Keaton Cowens to Control Brothers, this time from 13 yards out to go up 14-0.
Yeah, and I tell you, that's another thing. Kentrell has just been one of those unsung heroes time and time again this year, not only on the offensive side of the football, but the defensive side as well. And he comes out, he ends up being the Huddle House player of the game, plays very, very well. But, again, him and Dante form quite a 1-2 tandem. Whenever the ball's in the air, they're going to go get it, and chances are they're going to come down with it. But, again, Kentrell comes up big once again as the Blue Jays take an early 14-0 lead.
That would be the end of this scoring in the first quarter. Guthrie on top 14-0. Guthrie get back in the end zone. Clayton Smith with a 1-yard touchdown to give the Jays a 21-0 lead. With 4:54 to play in the third quarter, the Jays would get in the end zone one more time, go up 28-0 at the half. Clayton Smith on a 20-yard touchdown run.
Yeah, and I tell you what, Clayton is about to form that he had early in the year before his kneecap injury, and I tell you, that's couldn't come at a better time, especially as the Blue Jays are going to rely on him much and more as we get deeper into this playoff. But tell you what, played really, really well tonight. And one thing about Clayton is the fact that he adds a lot of an intensity and an energy to this Blue Jay team, and when he's on the field, he's able to do things that really just brings up the overall intensity and energy level for the Blue Jays. But very rightfully so was given the ball a couple times tonight and was able to score on 2 of those carries.
Blue Jays would get one more touchdown in the second half. Again, the combo, one of the best in the state of Oklahoma, if not the best. Keaton Cowens and Dante Foster, 25-yard pass on stride.
Oh, yeah, and again, that never gets old. And it's one of those situations they just had a big-time penalty, and on the next play, Keaton drops back, and I see him, and I call it in the booth, he taps his helmet. That's basically his key to Dante is you're going straight into the end zone. That's the old 9 route, and hits him in stride. Beautiful pass, catch, 6 more points, Blue Jays in control.
Okay, we bragged enough on the offense. Coach, the defense, unbelievable. I mean, we heard about Dex Doback, and he's a great player, and he's going to be great on the Division I level at Oregon State. But the ends, the linebackers, the line, they all put it together here tonight.
When you consider Trujillo didn't really make any impact on this game at all tonight, and Dax, I mean, you add up the time you put in the sack yardage, he probably didn't even end up with positive yardage, so they did just a magnificent job. And, again, that's a credit to the Blue Jay coaching staff. Coach Beebe, his defensive coordinator, and the rest of the defensive staff just had a great game plan scheme-wise. They had done their film study, and, overall, just a complete performance by the Blue Jays, offense, defense, special teams.
Deer Creek came in tonight averaging 30 points, and Coach Kelly Beebe's defense only gives up 0 points, and that's just a solid group of defensive players.
You talk about a formula for defeat or disaster for Deer Creek, that's definitely it, because if you cannot move the football 1 iota against this Blue Jay defense, and the fact that the offense is going to put up points, and you're in trouble. And so, once again, just an outstanding performance top to bottom for the Blue Jays.
Again, congratulations to the Huddle House Player of the Game and Control Brothers, and our Tyler Nichols Heart of a Champion Award goes to Alfred Radcliffe. And now, Coach, we're not complaining because high school football has a playoff system that's perfect. But now we move on to Booker T. Washington, the #1 team in the state of Oklahoma. And when was the last time the Blue Jay team went into another team as the underdog.
I can't. It's been a while, guys, and that's for sure because you consider last year they were beating everyone so handily. It was always, of course, the heavy favorite going in. But when you consider we're the number 3 team in the state, they're the number 1 team in the state. They've been that way now for the last 5 or 6 weeks. Then obviously they're going to be the favorite going into the game. But after the game, Coach Watkins in his post game kind of smiled when informed that they would probably be the underdog, and he said they welcome that challenge and they look forward to that. It's going to be different, but at the same time, they're not going to be intimidated. They've faced Booker T before, going back to the football season in 2002 and then basketball in the state championship game last year. So it will be an exciting football game in T-Town.
Booker T, only one loss on the season, that coming from Class 6A Broken Arrow. Should be a great one. They got a great quarterback, Coach Eric Bennett.
Oh, yeah, guys. He's just an excellent athlete. And, you look at the lineage and the line and the history and the tradition at Booker T, they're always going to have athletes. And I tell you, as he goes, Booker T goes. And once he's come back from his arm injury, he has really helped ignite that Booker T offense. And, of course, that was obvious last week as they defeated Bixby for the district championship. And then, once again tonight, as they go and just hand it to Ada. But I tell you what, he will be the focal point of the Blue Jay defense this week in film study.
Our last game here at Jellsman Stadium, our last video cast inside the press box because it is freezing cold outside. Coach LeGrande will do it next week in Tulsa.
All right. Look forward to seeing you then.
For Coach LeGrande, I'm Chris Evans. Thank you for watching Guthrie Sports Page Television.